All right, time for steps. I don't know what we're up to now. 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it's 7 and 8. So for 7 and 8, we want to glue in the shock cord that we made, and then we want to attach the parachute to the nose cone and tie it off, and then it's ready really to launch once it's all dry. That's the last things you really have to do. So in the last steps, we made the shock cord mount. Now you can see mine is dry. It's been here all day. And this has to go inside the rocket, but it has to go down at least an inch because it has to clear this part of the nose cone. You know, the nose cone's gonna stick in, you know, down to about there. So you want that shock cord mount to be glued below that, otherwise you won't be able to get the nose cone in, or if you do get it in, it's gonna be really stuck. So all you have to do really is just put a little bit of glue on the back of this. And see, I'm just gonna put a little bit there, smear it around a little bit. And then that's gonna go in about a finger length down. And I'm just gonna push it against, so it's right about there. I'm just gonna push it against the side of the rocket, and you can see it's down there. Pretty good. I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, wait, the rubber band is gonna be in the way. No, the rubber band's gonna get tucked in there too on launch day. So we'll just let that dry. So that's good to go. And then the absolute last thing we'll do is we'll stick that through that hole in the nose cone and tie that off. So usually the nose cone has that little piece of plastic in here. Hopefully by now you've brought that to me and I've cut through that and opened that up for you. So now all we have to do is attach the parachute. So if you look at the parachutes, they actually come with a white circle in the middle that's surrounded by a little dashed line. And the reason that's there is because you can cut a hole in the middle of your parachute just to help the rocket drop a little bit faster. If it's a little windy out and these things don't weigh a whole lot, they're very light, the wind can blow your rocket away. I've seen them go tremendous distance because once you get up 200-300 feet, you know, the winds are different up there than they are at ground level. So you can cut a hole in your parachute. Now what you do is, to make it easy on yourself, is you just fold your parachute in half and then just keep folding it in half. Just make sure you pull all the strings out so you don't cut one of the strings off. So you pull all the strings out and then just keep folding it in half into a smaller and smaller, narrower triangle. And then just take some scissors and just clip the tip off. That'll put a hole in the center of your parachute. Or if you're artistically inclined, you can try and draw a fancy shape here. So I drew a little half circle, I drew a little circle around the center circle in this one. And I'm gonna cut this folded in half, and let's just see how that one turns out. Okay, I cut that out. Now, I probably could have gone a little bit lower on where I put that circle, but it's kind of a Mickey Mouse shape. Oh well. I did my best. I guess if you're gonna do it, move it down a little bit more like that. Or you could do like a heart shape or a star shape or a diamond. You could do anything you want. Anything that just helps it fall a little bit faster. Now, here's the tricky part. To attach this to the nose cone, you got 3 strings here that hold the parachute corners. So I'm gonna pull all of them together like this. And I'm gonna pull all of them kind of taut, but I'm gonna keep them all like open in the middle here. I don't want any crossovers, any overlays. So how this works is we're gonna take the opening of the nose cone. I'm gonna take these 3 strings and I'm gonna keep my finger in the middle of them just to keep them all separated so they're in a loop like that. And I'm gonna push that loop through the opening of the nose cone there where we cut that flashing out. I'm gonna pull it through, still keeping them separated like that, right? And then I make it bigger and bigger and bigger, and then finally I can just stick the parachute right back through there, and that ties it in a knot. And boom, now the parachute is attached. Then the last thing you have to do is take your rubber band, stick the rubber band through there, tie it in a knot, Tie it in a second knot. And then when everything is dry, when that shock cord mount on the inside is dry, your rocket is pretty much ready to go. It's ready for the recovery wadding, and it's ready for the engine and igniter. And then it's ready to go out and launch and have some fun. All right, we'll see you next time.